How to use AI to teach about climate change. First of all, AI or artificial intelligence. We have a few tools which are really simply amazing, and this is ChatGPT from OpenAI, Gemini from Google, and Copilot from Microsoft. ChatGPT is the 3.5 version is free. The 4.0 version is not free, and Copilot has been developed and adding new layers to the ChatGPT 4.0. I personally prefer ChatGPT, and so if you would like to start using it, you have to go to chat.openai.com. This is a large language model, LLM, and meaning that it is using a lot of data, websites which are available at the internet, and it has been trained through several tokens, and meaning basically that it is predicting the right answer. And that means that it's sometimes the information provided by ChatGPT is not accurate. If you would like to start using it with your students, you need to know that you only can create 10 accounts per day from one certain specific location. So it would be great to ask them to create an account at home if they have a certain age, or it could help that you will be creating several test accounts for them. What we will be doing right now is using ChatGPT to search for information, but you can do the same by creating new kind of information, but also images, files. AI allows you to create music and videos, and so the sky is the limit. Let's go to ChatGPT. Once you are signed in, you can sign in through like an email account or like your Google account or Microsoft account, and then you will be at this window. Basically at the left side you can find chats or prompts you already have been checking out. At the right top you will be able to find your own avatar, and there you can find a way to log out but also to change your settings. We will find out what this means, customizing ChatGPT and your GPTs in a later stage. You can find a few examples basically, but if you're starting to enter a message to ChatGPT, that one is called a prompt, and a prompt has to have a lot of information basically to make sure that you have the right outcome as well. It can make mistakes, and that is why it's claiming here, so you have to always to check if this is basically what if the information is accurate. So when we are going to teach about climate change, the first thing you can do through ChatGPT is asking what is climate change. But it's not really Google, this one, so it's not bad if you would add a little bit context to it. So I'm a teacher. I'm going to teach my students about climate change. And then you can ask what is this and how to do this and what kind of pedagogy to add to it. So let's give this one a first try. You can also ask for like what it's not, what you don't need, the kind of information you don't need. You can ask the certain tone of voice. You can ask like a certain maximum amount of characters as well. So you can ask for like, just give me like 2 paragraphs or like maximum 200 words, something like that. And it's really important to know that unlikely than Google, you can just add to those certain questions. You already mentioned that you're a teacher and you need to know about climate change. And now you can start and keep the continue the conversation basically. So what we need to know is my students are like, my students are aged 8, and I'd like to make it a bit easier for them. So the more information you're giving in your prompt, more context you're giving, the better it will be, basically. It's also important to know that ChatGPT starts generating the information and doesn't know where it will end, basically. Meaning that if you will ask it another time, if you would start all over again with a new prompt, meaning that you would stop adding to this one, that it will give you like different information. And sometimes the information is not really accurate. So the causes is like, those are the causes, okay? And then you can ask for like, can you give me a list of effects of climate change, plus I'd like to have locations from across the world. So now we want to have like the effects of climate change, but we want to have it like globally, because we do know that it's different in different areas. So now it's giving me how it looks like, the effects in the Arctic, but also in the US and Australia, and different areas and different continents, which makes the information more rich. And if you think like this is really, this is for me, it's perfect, but not really for my students, you can ask ChatGPT to rephrase, and you can also ask it to do it another time, or to add to it, etc., etc. So you can continue this conversation and add to this information. But now it would be great if we would get a presentation of this. So now I want this information to go into like a PowerPoint presentation, which I can use while I will be teaching about this. And I must say that sometimes the more time you add to your prompts, the better the information. So if you just ask for like, what is climate change? ChatGPT will start hallucinating, basically, because it's too broad, it's too general. So you need to add a lot of context to your prompt, and you cannot be surprised if you have like a prompt of like half a page or like a full page. Then the information becomes more accurate, more to the point, more what you really need. And so right now it's analyzing what I requested, and now it starts writing, and then I will be able to download the presentation. Here it is, download file. And then I will get my presentation, and let me show it to you. So this is what ChatGPT gave me, basically, and it's giving me, it was as kind to allow me to enter my own name, basically. But here you can find the information, and it has no design, not really, but I didn't specify the colors, and no images as well. So it's not like a miracle, but I'm not really happy, and I will tell him like, okay, or her, who knows, that I want a design with certain colors. So can you redo with the following colors? Let's say we want blue, navy blue, and light gray. Let's give it a try, and a second try, to see if it will give colors this time. I'm pretty sure it will. but I'm not really sure about the image which will be part of the presentation. But this way you can also create assessments. You can create Excel files, and you can ask for like, I need a formula and it's in this column and you need to do this. And so you can ask basically anything. You can ask coding. If you're creating websites, it's able to create HTML code and CSS and different coding styles and pieces basically, which you can use. And so after creating those files, and at this stage with the free version, you can only create like a limited amount of files for each day. So trying not to overdo it right now, but let's take a look at this one, how this looks like, if it's better than the other one. So now we can see the light gray, navy blue, no image, which is fine. And if you will start comparing those, you will also see that it has different information as well, which makes it a bit complicated. But if you see like melting ice and rising seas, one bullet point, oh no, that's the same. Yeah, it was just like different design. Okay, next, I have some really good information, solid information, my own PDF files. I will go and upload those. I can do it from Google Drive or OneDrive, but I will upload those from my own, and I have like climates, reports, 4 PDFs, and I will upload those. And one of those has like 100 pages, and yeah, you can see that I'm already coming to my limitations for this day. But so it allows you to upload different files and then it allows you to ask information from those PDF files. And out of that, you can create your own presentation, etc. So you can ask to summarize certain files. And yeah, I guess I will have to show you once I was able to upload those files. But I do know in one of those files, it is addressing the fact that students can have 7 different personas. So I will ask ChatGPT which those would be. Isn't this extraordinary? So I will ask ChatGPT to summarize one of those 4 files, which is more than 100 pages. And I will ask the amount of personas for it to summarize. I can tell you that it will be 7, and at which page we can find those to check, you know. So let's check, and this will take a while, but I do know it's in the JCC report file. And let's check. 7 personas, and then you can find the pages 87, 88, and 90. And the last time I checked, it was telling me like you can find it on page 87 to 90, so it was a different it put it in a different way basically. But now it's not giving me my personas, so please make a list of those 7 personas. It forgot, so I will ask it again, and it will go through those documents once again. And then it is giving me like those 7 different personas of students. So a student can be uninformed and uninterested, or can be aware of climate change but not motivated. And now I can keep asking, like, give me a bit more information on the third one, climate indifferent. How come, and what is the research about it, etc., etc. So it's really really interesting. And again, I can ask it to create a PDF file out of it. I can ask it to create a presentation. But what I'm going to do is ask it to create an image. Please create an image of climate change as it was painted by DALL-E. So you can ask it to create any kind of image, basically stuff which is not real, like the president of the USA riding a cow with I don't know what. So you can ask anything, but this would be how DALL-E could paint climate change, basically. And then let's try to do it. Van Gogh. Oh, that was a typo. Has to be GH. Anyways, it still knows probably what I'm referring to. It probably knows that I'm referring Van Gogh and not the typo. This is Vincent van Gogh's style for climate change. And so you can create a beautiful amount of images which your students can use to create posters. And yeah, so there's so much you can do with those AI tools, and this is just one of them, ChatGPT, which allows you to create files and information, presentations, images, and so much more. It allows you to ask questions, and it will base itself on the internet, but I can also upload my textbook with some instructions from my government and ask to create new exercises and assessments and rubrics and feedback, etc., etc. And so the next thing I would like to show you is how you can go to a YouTube presentation and ask a YouTube video, and I would like ChatGPT to summarize the video so I don't have to watch it because it's a really long video and I want to save some time. And so how to do that? I will go to YouTube, and we have our own documentary which was made in the Kakuma refugee camp. And so I would like to find it, and I will say like Heroes for the Planet. That's the name of the video. It's at Apple TV. And so this is the video. But it's a video which is more than 42 minutes long. And so I will ask ChatGPT to summarize the video. ChatGPT is not able to do that. So if I will drop this link into ChatGPT, please summarize this documentary, it will tell me like I'm not able to do that. Okay, can you please summarize the documentary Heroes for the Planet, episode 3 in Kakuma? And then it will go to several websites and it will give you a summary, but it's not the same as what's actually happening in the documentary. It is what has been described by other people at several websites. And I can ask like, what are your resources? Because it's not giving me, I would like to know, where did you find this, And then it's telling me like I use this website and this website, and so it's using this one. But it would be actually cool if I could summarize this YouTube video. And for this, there's a Chrome add-on which is called YouTube Summary with ChatGPT and Claude. Claude is an alternative for ChatGPT like Gemini and Copilot. And so what's happening is that I will be able to summarize, and I can just explain what I really need. So I want 5 bullet points and a transcript. So when I'm at the video, I can find this part, which is new because of this add-on, transcript and summary. And then I will go like, okay, I would like you to summarize this video. And what happens is that it will go to a new ChatGPT window, and it explains to me what is in this video. So this is the transcript of the video, and it's telling me what is happening at different time frames basically. And now I can ask to create like a presentation, less or more information. Can you summarize into one paragraph with max 10 sentences? And so here it is. This is what the documentary is about. And so I think there's a lot you can do with ChatGPT. You always have to check with it, but it is a great way to do a lot, basically. Maybe one last thing I would like to do. Oh, I'm at the max amount of files, but I would like to do it anyway. So I'm going to log out and log in with a different account. Is it cheating? I don't know. That's up to you. So what I would like to know is, and this is a great one as well. So I have an assessment here at my computer. It is an assessment which is in Dutch, but and it will solve the exam for me. It is giving me the solutions for all of the different things. And so I think that you need to be aware, being a teacher, that your students are able to do the same. But what you can do as well is just like you have a handwriting, one piece of one page with handwriting, and you can ask to convert it like to a PDF with printed text. You can have like an exam which already has been filled in by your student with handwriting, and ask ChatGPT to solve it and to ask if if there are any mistakes, and to grade the assessment as well. So yeah, really hope that you can do something with this, and that it will make your lessons for climate change a bit stronger, and that you will be inspired, and that it will save you a lot of time. Thank you.